you've been following along, I'm on my 90-day habit challenge for myself, 1 month at a time. If you go to my website, bornvital.com, you can find it there. It takes you month by month. We do one monthly habit tracker. It has a holistic lifestyle ebook right there. It's only a couple pages long, but it goes over the basics of living a holistic lifestyle. If you need to restart your life, get a jump start. Again, you're feeling sluggish, lazy, foggy minded. You're looking for clarity. You don't know what to do next. That's going to be your starting guide right there. Basics. Start with one section at a time. Start with the first one. Definitely look over the whole thing, but start with the first one, and then you work your way down from there. If you do those things and you just pick one section every month, you will change your life. You will improve your life. Like it's the simple things, the basic things that once we start to do it, it then opens up the doorway for other things to come about, which would be clarity on what the next steps are. Other opportunities will reveal themselves. But until you get uncomfortable, take those first few steps to do something different than what you're already doing, it's not going to happen. You're going to continue to feel stuck. You're going to continue to feel like you're struggling and drowning. And so this is just to help you get started right now. Now, once you get started, then you can really get into the challenge, like, start out with just doing 2 minutes of whatever that habit is for the first week, just to get in the groove and the rhythm of doing that thing and to prepare yourself mentally. But I always say just focus on one thing. It's amazing what one thing will do. 1% a day will change your life. A lot of times we think we need to jump to whatever it is, and we need to change everything at one time. And that's when you get burned out, because you're trying to do everything at one time. Again, we're trying to hold everything and then add something on top, and we're already burnt out. Basically, we're already reaching our capacity. And so we need to start to remove some things, and then we can incorporate the new things. But reading over that ebook is going to help you get started with that, help you kind of find some areas that you may need to make some adjustments in. And, there's no shame in it. Again, this is a lifestyle. Sometimes I have to come back to it often, and that's why I'm sharing it, because this is my journey. I'm not just sharing it just to give you information. This is literally what I'm living out. I'm sharing it with you at the time. A lot of times the topics deal with things that either I'm going through or people around me, people I've talked to, what I'm seeing collectively. And so I feel like that it's necessary. I feel it inside of me. That's what needs to be talked about right now. So like I've said before, I did a whole series, a whole lot about our nervous system regulation, finding safety. And I say nervous system regulation because that's the terminology that we use nowadays in scientific community and things like that. That's a term that people know. We know our nervous system, and we know regulation but that's more of controlling. And sometimes we can't control the whole thing. We're trying to, and we're seeking that control, but everything's outside of us and we can't control it. So we control what we can, which is ourselves. And that's a part of it, is that we've lost control of our body. We allowed our body to become the master. And you need to now grab control of that, your body, this meat suit that we walk around in. That's self-control. Some people call it discipline. I call it devotion, because if you treat yourself like the temple, the vessel that it truly is, because you only have this right now. You can only get this unless you got a lot of money and you can become a clone or something. I don't know. But outside of that, this is all you have right now in this lifetime. And so you want to treat it as best as you can. And maybe we've beat it up for so long. Maybe we didn't know. Maybe we didn't know. We didn't care. But now the awareness is that we do care. We want the energy. We want the clarity. We want change. What can we do? It starts within. And that's on all the levels. That's why I say holistic wellness, because that's physically, it's very important. Our gut brain sends signals to our brain and tells us what's happening inside of our body. And we may interpret it in a certain way only to the capacity that we understand, which is pain, certain emotions, and things like that. And my job and what I would like to do is to assist in maybe helping you reprogram those interpretations, or just reprogram your mind, which is separate from your brain, in my opinion. That's consciousness, that's awareness, because that determines how you move and act in this world and how you see the world. And that will determine the behaviors And that will determine the way you talk to yourself. That will determine how you show up in this world. That will determine how you affect others around you. And we definitely need this change right now. And so we have to be that change. My being it is you just are. You don't have to do anything, but just be who you are. But until you come back to center, which is just true alignment between your heart and your mind, we call that coherence, because there's a frequency, there's a vibration. The vortex of your heart gives off. It vibrates through your body, but if you have blockages, your chi, your energy gets stuck in certain areas, gets stuck in certain organs, trauma from traumatic experiences, or just from toxins from our environment and the foods that we've eaten. Because it's so much, all the heavy metals in our body. You think metal conducts electricity. It can also hold electricity. It can hold energy in a certain area. And a buildup of that, and it's not flowing correctly, is going to cause issues. And so we take it one step at a time. That's what the ebook is for. It's going to help you take it one step at a time. It's going to help bring awareness, one, to all of it. And then we do it one step at a time, and we assess our life. I have a quiz on my website, bornvital.com/reset quiz. It's in the description box. All this is in the description box, by the way. And I also pinned the link for this challenge. I call it 90-day challenge, but again, we're doing this monthly, but take it 1 month at a time. And so you could take that quiz. It's a self-discovery quiz is what I call it. But it's just going to help you it's going to help you assess and see what the next step is. And help you take that first step to breaking certain beliefs. We call them limiting beliefs because it holds us back. Like, what's the glass ceiling? Like, the glass ceiling can be broken. It's glass, but it's there, and we feel it unconsciously, and whatever it is with these beliefs subconsciously, that something's blocking us. And sometimes it's just a belief that we have, these thoughts and these things, and they weigh us down. These emotions weigh us down. So now in the springtime, it's a very good time to start letting things go. That's why we spring clean. Sweep your house out, get rid of clothes, get rid of things in your house, donate. Yard sales right now. I know a lot's going on in the world. People are unemployed, all these things. We don't know what's going to happen next. We can start to yard sale. It's going to help others, and it helps you. I saw a video yesterday how this lady, she had a sign up in her yard, and she basically said, Venmo me. She had a Venmo number and said, give me your fair price. She wasn't even out there. She just had the stuff out there. And we do that in faith that people aren't just going to take from us. And even if they did, maybe they needed it. And for whatever it is. And so something you can do, make some extra cash. Well, you don't even have to be there. You just put your stuff out there. People will take it. You can do Facebook Marketplace, the neighborhood app, and things like that. So there's different options and opportunities for you to sell things and get rid of some things. Again, it also helps others who may not be able to pay full price for certain stuff, but they need it. You just never know somebody else's situation and how that small act for yourself, because that's why they say you can block somebody else's blessing and your own blessing, is when we're holding on and we're attaching to things, and you can so easily just give it away. And we can always get stuff later, or maybe you just don't even need it because you haven't used it in forever. Somebody else may really need that, or you never know how much that would make somebody's day. And the act of you just doing that opens up space for something else to come into your life. When you give, you receive as well. You don't give to receive. But that is just a law of the universe. That's what happens. It's a cause and effect. And so just saying these because it's like small areas of our life that we may be like, oh, I'm working out, I'm eating good, like I feel good and all this stuff. I'm not stressed. I don't feel stressed necessarily other than the outside world, if I allow that. But something's just not right. I'm feeling stuck and stagnant. Well, we need to start to do something different maybe. Going to some new places. There are creative things that you haven't done since you were a child. I mean, just little things like that. Once you start to just do something out of the ordinary, it opens up doors, it opens up pathways in your mind, and it also does something in the world around us. Again, a magical combination of the elements and things that happens when you move, you consciously choose to action, movement through this world. It pushes other things around, and it starts a chain reaction, and that affects other things. And without going too deep right now, just a bit of encouragement with this video. Again, sharing the resources that I've put out there for you so far. I know a lot of people are asking me, what is this around my neck? I will get to that soon, but I'll just go ahead and show you. If you stuck around through this video, and if you've been joining me for a while, thank you so much. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. But this is a nasal inhaler. I just smell it. I have Palo Santo inside of here right now. It's very grounding. This is one of my favorite oils right now. And I just have it around my neck. I could put it on a keychain and I just carry it with me. It just grounds me. It helps me in certain moments, or if I just need to recenter. And so anyway, that's just a little update of what's around my neck. I know a lot of people ask me. You can see it in some of my push-up videos and things like that. So people have been curious. So if you're watching this, then there you go. You got to see it firsthand. What's this around my neck? And yeah, I mean, I've been planting, as you saw in this video, just putting some plants out here, getting them started a little bit. And I'm not quite sure. I know some of them are bell peppers, but I'm not sure what other kind of peppers the other ones are. I'm going to see as they grow. I snagged some lettuce and put those in there, and I have a rosemary. I'm going to put that in some water and see if I can propagate that. I've done it before. We'll see if this one will do that for me, so I can get a rosemary plant going, so I can have my rosemary oil, which is, I make my own hair oil, and I just do rosemary, castor oil, and tea tree oil. And usually just do a sort of combination with that and just put it in my hair. And yeah, I think that's about it as far as updates. I'm trying to think. I'm doing my live today, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I do live streaming. Hopefully it'll work well from where I'm at right now. We're going to see. If not, then I'm just going to post a video after I attempt it on here. So you will have seen that before this video, because this one's coming out on Sunday. And yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, well, I'll talk about it on my live stream as far as my habit. What I'm doing for these 90 days is my gut health, working on my gut health. That's my main focus. Of course, I'm doing my push-up challenge on TikTok, but that takes me all of like 30 seconds to do. And that's just a little movement for me. This has been movement for me, just getting outside and doing some outside stuff. I'm going to be cutting some grass here in the next couple days once the ground dries up a bit more. And so that's physical activity. I don't have to think about it. It's something I already do. Just cleaning, regular chores. That's my movement right now. That's not my main focus for this first month. It's really not for these 90 days, although I do have things that I'm going to be doing, like progressing in my handstands and, of course, still doing the push-ups. But that's not my main focus. My main focus is my gut health and resetting my gut and rebuilding it. So right now is me, because it's the beginning of the month, the first month, I'm just getting into the habit of eating certain foods, and I have my nutrition protocol. If you would like that, if you want to know a bit more about what I'm eating right now, go ahead and leave me a comment, and I will start to talk more about food and nutrition. But I have my nutrition protocol. I'm doing 30 days at a time. Every 30 days I'll assess it, see if anything's been triggering me, or if I'm going to incorporate something else, then I'll start to do that. I'm not going to go too deep into that. That's my habit challenge. I talk about it on Wednesday live, so I'm not going to do that right now. But if you do want to know more about nutrition, what I'm doing, or any tips on the food, one, you can check out that ebook, that holistic ebook. Gives you the very basics right there, and that's pretty much what I use and what I do. But my more personalized one, I can talk about that, but also I can talk about other body types, because everybody's bodies are different. And I go more off of like an Ayurvedic type of a thing for a baseline. And then I adjust to my foods that I like, which I like some Asian foods, Mediterranean foods, things like that. And then I try to keep it pretty simple. And like I said, just rotate those out. Whatever I can get, whatever, depending on the price of things too, depends on what I get at the time. And then I kind of build around that, but I keep it pretty basic. But anyway, that's me. As far as the water, I have been staying hydrated. I've been getting for sure 1 of the bottles, but I need to, by the end of the 90 days, get 2.5 to 3 of those. That's a goal. And so, yeah, just getting 1 a day right now. I've been hitting that. Some days I'm like, oh man, I got to chug this real quick. But I feel better. I feel good. Getting things flowing in my body. And another thing that's helped is just getting my lymphatic system moving, which is just me moving my body more instead of sitting around so much. I told you before, maybe in my live, that I use the massager. I also pat myself. I'm not going to do it. I want to hit the mic, but I'll pat myself around my body. I can jump up and down, and then I use my hands and kind of smooth out the lymphatic system to get that moving, because mine's a bit sluggish. Which is another reason why I need to stay even more hydrated, so I can get those toxins and things moving. Because you can see, sometimes you might see my face break out. My neck had broken out at one point, so I have these dark spots. And so just treating that, and it's a whole process with that. But that's not my 90 days. I'm just sharing a little bit more about my life and what's going on with me. There's a lot more to it. You know, everybody's lives are, you know, there's layers to it. But I'm just sharing that because my main focus for the 90 days is my gut health. So, which is what I eat is the main thing. So watching what I eat as far as being able to say no to certain things, and being able to not pick up things, being able to look at the packaging and be like, look, okay, it's got too much added sugar. It's got this in it. It's got that in it. I'm not really doing breads and stuff. So if it has like gluten in it, not doing that. You know, no real dairy. I just got some kefir. So I'm trying that out a little bit. But other than that, I would really just do like almond milk, oat milk. I got onto the coconut milk, so I'm really just doing that mainly instead of the other ones. But I don't do it that often. Usually that's just in like the morning, or if it mixes in with certain foods like a curry type food or something. But outside of that, yeah, just saying no to certain foods and then just sticking to my nutrition protocol, which is just buying those items, sticking to that. The only thing I'm struggling with is that sometimes I want to snack later at night, and not just any kind of snack, because I could chop up an avocado, I can eat a fruit, but I don't want that. I would like something crunchy but also sweet and this and that. And so, but listening to that because my body's telling me something at that point, and then also just drink some water, resist it. What's a part of it, and then go to bed if I need to. I need to go to bed earlier anyway, so I can get up earlier. So that's what's going on with me, and that's how my 90-day challenge is going. Again, starting out with just the first 30 days, and but it's been going well. You know, doing well with the food, and it's just really the control over the body's cravings at that point when our body's like, hey, I want these. In my opinion, it comes down to like parasites and things like that. If we have not done a parasite cleanse, we may have parasites, worms, fungus, all that going on inside our body. Our microbiome with the bacteria may be not right. And so to get that right, we need to stop eating certain things and then start to rebuild our gut lining and then rebuild that microbiome. And then that will help a lot of times too, not getting enough fiber. I know that was one of my issues. So I've been working on that too, looking at foods, and it's kind of crazy that a lot of foods don't have fiber in it. What does? Vegetables. Fruits, if you eat the whole thing, like, so just getting more fiber in and hydrating is just a big thing. Again, simple stuff, but sometimes we overcomplicate it. Sometimes we're just in a habit. So to break an old habit and start a new one, it just takes a process, which is why I'm doing this, to show you all the process of building new habits. It doesn't happen overnight. 1%, a little bit at a time. It builds up over time. Same thing with my push-up challenge, which is why I'm doing it on TikTok, to show, okay, like I used to be able to do 10 push-ups easy. When I started this challenge, I'm weaker. I need to rebuild my strength and things like that. So I was barely able to do it. And yes, I'm getting my form down now. If you watch it, it looks like you could do a push-up, so you should have it. One, I want to do it to the song, which means I want my hands to hop in and out. And then eventually I would like to do certain moves, you know, maybe touch my shoulder or something. And then at that point, I mean, I think at that point the challenge is, I've pretty much done the challenge at that point. But to show the progression that every day, if I just did a little bit every day, like I said, it takes me 30 seconds to do that. So if I did that for 30 days, I could be able to do at least 10 push-ups when I couldn't have done any push-ups. Now, some people may be starting on their knees. I didn't need to do that when I didn't even try to do that. I didn't even allow myself to do that. But, you know, you start where you are, and then you just build over time. We all start somewhere. And so we just have to allow ourselves that embarrassment, a feeling of frustration, because one day I'll be doing it very well, and the next day I look horrible. I can barely even do it. But it's okay. I still do it the next day. Like, I just don't stop. I just keep going, and then I adjust. I notice that maybe I need to slow down, focus on the form, focus on my breath. Am I doing it with the song? Because the song literally says breathe in, breathe out. And so if I do it with the song, that makes me focus on the breath, and then I just hold the movement. You know, it makes you focus on different times, and you're just repeating it, putting those reps in. So every time I do it, I focus on something different until I figure out where the flow is. And I'm like, oh, here we go. All right, I'm literally pushing the ground away from me. And then when I breathe in, I let it go. Then I push, and when I breathe out, you know, different things like that. So anyway, enough about what I'm doing. Hope you're all doing well. Again, if you're new here, go ahead, subscribe. Otherwise, thank you for joining me in my dirty hands. I'm gonna go clean up before this live stream. Hopefully it works. We're gonna see. And yeah, until next time, as always, breathe. Release. Thank you. And continue to shine on, y'all. That wind was really blowing there for a second.